Okay, so we're looking at another quiz just to get you brushed up on what's going to happen this week. So could you have a go at that, and when you're ready, come back live. Okay, so let's have a look at this first one. Distance in meters, time in seconds, or what? I think it's that on meters, seconds. So scale goes up to 15, so 5, 10, 15, and the time goes to 10 seconds. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, 0, 0, 5 meters at 2, 15 meters at 6, 15 meters at 8, and back. So there's a travel graph, and then find the fastest. Okay, so this looks like it's a straight line. So this section, and this section you get. So speed 1 equals 15 over 6, which is 2.5 meters per second. Speed 2 equals 0. You've got no speed at all, you're standing still. Speed 3 equals 1 from 15 back to 0 in 2 seconds, so it's 7.5 meters per second. So the question is, find the fastest speed, that's 7.5. Find the slowest speed, that's 0. And the average is the total distance. So you've gone out 15 and then back 15. So the average, you've gone 30 meters in 10 seconds. So your average is 3. Okay. So you'd space it out better than that, but they're the answers. So come across when you're ready. Okay, so in this next one, I'm giving you the travel graph and you would answer the questions. So have a go when you're ready. Come back when you're ready. Okay, so we're back. So for some reason, the person didn't start at 0. So the person started 10 meters from the home, wherever the home is. Okay, what was the average speed? Okay, so we've got to be very careful here. So the average speed equals total distance over total time. Okay, so what are the distances? So the first distance is they've gone from 10 to 25, so they've gone 15 meters, and then they've gone no distance, and then they've gone from 25 back to 10, so that's another 15 meters. Then they've gone from 10 up to 40, so that's another 30 meters, and then they've gone from 40 back to home, so that's 40 meters, and the total time is 30 seconds, so that's the easy part, the total time. 15, 30, 60, 100 over 30, so the average speed is 3 1/3 meters per second. So this little part here is the tricky part because you've gone backwards, but you still have to add it on. Okay, so that's done. Okay, move across when you're ready. Okay, so we're going to look at some direct and indirect variations. So if I can buy 2 kilos of apples for $6, is this direct or indirect? And then if you can't get the first part right, you're going to be stuck on the rest, but hopefully you get the first one. Then we're going to find the value of K, what does K represent, and then use your formula. So when you're ready, come back live. Okay, so this is a direct variation. Okay, e.g. more kilos of apples equals more money. It's going to cost you more money. Okay, when increases, if it's going to have more of one and more of the other, it's a direct. If it changes, if it's more of one gives you less, then it'll be indirect. Okay. So first thing we do is we start off with the formula for direct, y equals kx. Okay, so we've got, it doesn't matter, we'll have, let's put the money out in front, so we'll have y equals money and x equals the kilos. So we've got 6 equals k times 2, so k equals 3. Okay, so that's our formula. Y equals, so therefore y equals 3x. And what does k represent? Well, k is the price of 1 kilo of apples. That's the rate. Okay. Okay, what we're going to do now is use our formula. Okay, so y is price. So y equals 3 times 4.5. 4 3 is 12, so that's $13.5. So $13.50. So 4.5 kilos would cost you $13.50. And the last one, we've got $1.80 equals 3 times x. Still the same formula, y equals 2x. So x equals $1.80 over 3, which is 0.6. So that's going to be 0.6 kilograms. How much you're going to get for $1.80. Okay, so that's an example of direct. Come across when you're ready. Okay, so this time you're told that it's the inverse, but if you weren't told, what you have to do is look, if you have more of something gives you less of the other, or less of one gives you more of the other, then you have an indirect. But in this case, we were told that it's inverse or indirect. So just in a word question, if you've got more of something gives you less of something, or less of something gives you more of something, if more gives you less or less gives you more, then you have an inverse. Okay, so the formula for indirect is y equals k over x. So we've got 5 equals 8 over x, and then we just swap the two positions over, so x equals, that's not right, sorry, start again, beg your pardon. Y equals k is what we're trying to find, over 8, so k equals 40. So sorry about that, my mistake. So k equals 40. So the formula is y equals 40 over x, and that's our formula, or x equals 40 over y. They can swap over. So find y when x equals 7. So y equals 40 over 7, which is 5, 7 to 35, so 5 and 5 sevenths. And the next one, x equals 40 over 3, which is 13 1/3. Okay, so there are our answers for indirect. Okay, come across when you're ready. Okay, so we've got a couple of questions on the filling up things. So draw a graph representing height change. Okay, so here's the heights. Oh, if you haven't had a go yet, stop, tape and have a go, but there's your axes, height and time. Okay, and come back when you're ready. Okay, so we're looking at the bottom part, which is a constant shape, so it's going to be a straight line. Okay, so that's the first section. Now the second section has two parts. It goes out and then it comes back in. Okay, comes back into there. So it's getting wider, so it's going to fill, if I just change colour, so it's going to fill slower. Okay, and then it narrows in, so that means it's going to come back as a flat shape. And then it goes back to a constant, but the constant is smaller. So whatever this line is here, we have to make our last line steeper. So whatever that angle is there, we're just going to make it a steeper line, but it's a straight line. Okay, and that's the top of the vase. Okay, so we've got a straight section for the constants, and then increasing at a slowing rate, and then increasing at an increasing rate. So don't forget, if it gets wider, it slows down. If it gets narrower, it gets quick. Okay, finish that off and come across when you're ready. Okay, in the last one, draw containers that would match this graph. Okay, so pause the tape and when you're ready, come back live. Okay, we're back alive. Okay, so there's our base. Okay, so it's slowing down, which means it has to get wider. Okay, so it has to get wider. And then we've got a straight section, which means it must be constant. So to finish it, we're just going to put some constant. Okay, and that's our shape. So constant at the top and slowing down. So it's slowing down in this section because it's increasing at a decreasing rate, so it has to get wider. And we're done. I think that's the last question. Okay, so hopefully you did okay on that and you'll go well in the group task. Thanks, bye.